WFP, World Food Program, for the German government. I want you guys to see this. And this is the same government that is going now to repatriate citizens, deport citizens from Germany. I want you guys to see this. Let me show you guys this. Listen to a teacher.
Before you show this thing, they say out of 7.5 million people, it's 4.7.
Right.
They go hunger.
Right.
They get 2.8, and that 2.8 are the best you something like 500, something like 1,000 person they eat decent food.
Right.
If you want to say decent food, something like 1,000 people eat decent food. We will eat meat. You will get we will eat food. We will get something. You get food value. Maybe all the rest now they eat. We all know. Maybe for each person will survive for the day. So if you then go to the proper statistics, we don't have even 200,000 where they eat decent food. Where they eat decent food, don't have 200,000 where they eat decent food. This I can tell you this video.
So let me share this video with the German government because I want you guys to check the records. Watch this.
Me no go eat the one left for pina we don't clear give them back. Me dey suffer.
I want the German government to see this. 4.7 million people face hunger in Sierra Leone in 2021. This report is less than 3 months old.
And Ibrahim, just before you continue with this video, and I think this is the important thing we need to do to save the people in Germany. Let make this clear. And just like as Lima said it himself, you know, the deal is done. The government have signed it with the German government. Now, nothing can be reversed by our government. The only thing that we need to do now is to show the German government the lives of people living in Sierra Leone, the way, and now they want to take kids, like children. I mean, leave the children and the mother and the father, they go back to Sierra Leone. Now what we need to do, Ibrahim, is to penetrate, like, now we need to concentrate on their human rights. If they go back home, what are they going to face with? They're going to face with, like, you know, impunity. Like, you're going to see, like, this government, in fact, they've already labeled these people as, like, criminals. Because, again, I take back my words. Because if you say they're committing criminal acts, then anyone that commits criminal acts is a criminal. So this is the thing, Ibrahim. Now they've classed these people that way, it tells you the government is bracing themselves to go and punish them. So now what we need to do is to penetrate the German government. Let them see the situation in our country so they can think twice, because nothing this government is going to do. They've accepted the money as always. They will kind of like sell their birthright for Kokoyebe.
Absolutely. And folks, you know, again, for the German government, I want you guys to see this. Listen to this video. We're not making these things up. And after this video, I'm going to show the human rights reports of 2020. I'm going to show this reports of 2020 so you guys can see this is from the American government. I'm going to show you this, and we're going to look specifically at, you know, where we're talking about torture. I want you guys to see this. We're going to talk about these things. I'm going to show this to you so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. When you look at this area right here, but let me show the video first. When you look at this area, but let me show the video first. Let me show you guys this video so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. Watch this. You want to bring more people to a country that you cannot feed the ones that you currently have.
Me no go eat the one left for pina we don't clear give them back. Me dey suffer.
Where's don't go with the money all?
Well, when you gonna for tell you man like add back? Anybody knows right now the government is not easy for we at all. We'll try it again.
This now I manage no more I get for money.
For mama, this your order to manager. What will be? Everybody in a salon and a manager. First they sell rest 3 cup 5,000. Now the rest don't go 1 cup 2,000 use. And not to everybody they get that 2,000 for can buy rest.
Last year, after this corona don't come, this 20,000.
Well, the job business with me and my family is not easy with we at all because of the cost of living. Last year, we managed 5 cup rest. For me, my picking, they would eat with the full to family. But this year now, these 3 cups, just the manager because of the cost of living. The Maggi, 1,000. 3 for 1,000. Who's not to win at the transport? Now for low be a safe.
How will buy fuel safe? First, from 7,000 to 8,500. That even give up cost, even to have a passenger from Bo to Matru is not easy.
Where the salary is not increased, it still stop where it is. As from April last year, up till now we have stopped. We have no increase. Even when you are in classroom, then the child come and say, I'm hungry, your child. That will traumatize you, will not be able to teach. You will go out, and when you come in the morning, even you as a matured person, without food, you cannot do anything. And you leave your children to go to school without food. That's all you will think about it. So you will not go into the class and teach well.
The malnutrition cases is increasing. From March up to April, we have now got 40 malnutrition under 5s children. They don't ganga. For them, we get jobs. That 9 men picking the way I get. With that, beyond the way now 5. Now the rest of the it's 15 cups. Now we don't reduct time to 9 cups.
Na ya ko mo nungo. Tami na ga agba mo ma mo efe hi ga nunga me ro ta gi amo ta mo go. Ana na ha mo me mo gwa ma so ku go ga ku wo han kin ga fe no ga we.
Well, because here we do subsistence farming, and there is no mechanized. We are not doing mechanized farming. I only produce very small amount of food for my family, so I get very small yield. If it cannot take a year, then the crops will finish or the food will finish at home.
All right. So I want the German government to understand, and that is why I'm putting up this, my brothers, right up here, Kamrikota. Not only that, a lot of these people's lives is at risk of being arrested and jailed on fake charges of incitement. If any one of these deportees lose their lives in Sierra Leone, the German government would be held responsible for endangering the lives of these people. And of course, that is a very valid point, which is what I wanted to share with everybody here. But this is what we're dealing with in a country like Sierra Leone. Talk to me, comrade.
Ibrahim, the beautiful thing of this video was done in the southern part of the country. I think the stronghold of the ruling SLPP. If it was the north, they will say it is politics.
Right.
Maybe they will frame it anyway. But this one, it was done in the southern part and the stronghold of in the second capital city of Sierra Leone, which is Bo. It's pathetic. You can still take a box to go and vote. They will still have 90%.
Absolutely.
Of the private politics there. They don't even what's going on with them. They don't even see the suffering.
No.
You normally eat 15 cups. Now you reduce it to 9. So
right.
They can still have food there. They will still sell Madabio. They will still sell talk and do.
Right.
Even as much as they are suffering, they will still sell talk and do. This has not to do with politics. What we are saying here is the honest truth. We are not facing that. Maybe even our families are not facing that type of hunger. But we are feeling the pain, just like ourselves in that position of Casbox. How the thing is very pathetic. People are not seeing what are coming or what is about to come again in maybe 5 years from now, maybe 10 years from now. Because everything in that country, this SLP, they succeeded to radicalize their people completely. They cannot see the bad anymore. Even they are suffering now. They will not even condemn. They will still shout, "Madam, you talk and do." I don't know. Sometimes it's frustrating. sometimes it's really frustrating.
Absolutely. And let me take this opportunity to just at least share with the German government also what this government does to innocent citizens. All they're doing is exercising their constitutional rights to protest as prescribed by the Constitution of Sierra Leone, 1991 Constitution of Sierra Leone, which makes it very clear that every citizen, section 26 subsection 1, that every citizen has a protections to their freedoms of association. Let me put this on the screen for the German government to see this. Because it's very important that we put these things out here for them to understand where we're going and why we're doing what we're doing. Section 26, subsection 1 of the Constitution, right here. Let me show you guys this. It makes it very clear. And this was all these people did in McKinney, because I'm about to show a video of what was done to citizens in McKinney when they were killed because they protested. So let me share this right here on the screen. I want you guys to see this. Let us read together. Section 26, subsection 1. Protection of freedom of assembly and association, which is what our brothers and sisters are doing in Germany. They've not been killed, they've not been shot at, they've not been ostracized, but they've been allowed to exercise their democratic rights as citizens. Except with his own consent, no person shall be hindered in the enjoyment of his freedom of assembly and association. That is to say, his rights to assemble freely and associate with other persons, and in particular to conform or belong to any political party, trade unions, or other economic, social, or professional associations, national or international, for the protection of his interests. This is the 1991 Constitution, section 26, subsection 1. That's what I read for the German government. But I want the German government to see what this government does to its citizens when they protest just because they said, don't take our generator. This is a young man, and I'm going to show as graphic as this image is, I'm going to show it. I want them to see exactly what they did to poor citizens, innocent kids in McKinney. And this is what the opposition has failed to talk about. This is what civil societies have failed to talk about. So the international community does not know much about these situations. And that is why President Bio keeps going across the world, goes to the United Nations, and makes all these flamboyant speeches talking about democratic rights being respected. When you look at the MCC report and all of that stuff, I don't want to go there. Let me show you this video of this young man. Brace yourselves, guys. Brace yourselves, everybody. Brace yourself.
No shots for us. No rescue this bubble.
This is another one. It's another one.
If you just pause it there quickly.
Absolutely.
Let's just appeal to everyone in this platform. I think we have responsibility here. I know, like, you can kind of like make pieces of these videos. Please, everyone watching us right now, when we do send this out, let's make sure we share this, and if possible, let's contact the German government and send these things to them, because this is the only way we can make an impact. Look, guys, if the Germans do not see these things, they do not see facts. The white people deal with fact. If they do not see fact, they're not going to act. They will believe what the government is telling them. So we need to start sharing this thing, write to them, and attach these videos to them. Let them see the reality that is going on, because the government is not going to reverse anything. Just like we said earlier, they're not going to reverse anything. The only thing that can save our brothers and sisters right now are these evidences that we're producing. Ibrahim, please carry on.
Absolutely. So let me show you again another video. This is in McKinney, right? Same McKinney, where citizens, innocent citizens, were killed. Why? Because they protested against the government not to take their generator. A generator that is worth less than $100,000. They were killed for this. This poor boy was shot in the head. Why? Because he protested for a generator. Matter of fact, it might have been innocent passerby.
Holy Spirit. The bubble with the fire now. Look the bubble. See the bubble.
Again, just in case the German government is looking for serious proof, this was the funeral. This was the funeral. After they arrested the dead bodies of these guys in McKinney, this is the funeral procession. Just in case the German government needs more evidence against this SLPP government. And then Lawrence Lima has the, you see, Cashbox, and you know, folks out there, you see, the reason why we have this platform is for things like these. You know, and this is the anger that sits within me. And that is why I said, you know, we have to take these guys head on. Because for a minister to come out here and disparage other Sierra Leoneans like that, talk less of other Sierra Leoneans like that on the international front, to say that they might be criminals living in another man's country illegally and all of that stuff, demeaning Sierra Leoneans, his own blood brothers and sisters. Instead of talking about encouraging their brothers and sisters, pleading on behalf of our people, knowing the economic hardship that our folks are going through in Sierra Leone, Lawrence Lima takes it upon himself. And this is why we have to come out here, guys like these, and engage them and engage the international community and show them who these people are, the true nature of this man. And this is a minister that recently, I mean, he has a terrible image and a very terrible, let me show a video. Go ahead, Catchbox.
Another point. You see, this is the sad thing. All the videos you've just shown, not once the president talked about these things. He did not even talk about it. The only time he spoke about this thing was when he said the people riots. These generator cost less than $100,000, Ibrahim. Look here, Ibrahim. Let's face this fact. This president was in London for how many? God knows how many years.
Right.
He sat in London, not working. These guys in Germany, like I was listening to this guy, was it 16 he called or Pablo? Was talking about sometimes he would start at work and then they would ask them for a passport. He had to give up his job. He was trying all his best. Our current president, he sat in London for years, not working. Like, collecting benefit, ripping off the system. A young guy that could work and contribute into like the paying taxes to the UK government. He did not do that. But yet still, people are sitting right now in Germany wanting to work, willing to work. They've got the capacity to work. They cannot work in the country. And look, a government minister is saying because of job opportunity, people should not leave because of job. What is the principal duty of a government? What is the main reason for people voting you into power? Is to provide job opportunity for them, for God's sake. Mr. Minister, seriously, with that statement, it tells me this government is reckless, useless, and not good for purpose at all.
It is pathetic. When you look at People's Power, are you with me? But I was going to show the human rights reports.
Yeah, Ibrahim, right there. Yeah, right there.
Thank you. People's Power. I have the human rights reports. Let me put it on the screen for everybody to see. This is the human rights report of 2020. It's right here. And this is put together by the FBI, the CIA, and everything. And in a second here, I'm also going to pull the American Embassy's websites to show that Sierra Leone is a level 4 security as far as security is concerned. So these guys have to do their homework. And this is the problem that we have even with international media organizations, the BBC, the CNN, the Al Jazeera, all of these organizations. The problem we have with them is that these people don't reach out to the opposition. They don't reach out to the other side of the story. They're only paying attention to the narrative of the government of the day. But let me show you guys. This is the Human Rights Report of 2020, Cashbox. Let's Sierra Leoneans and the German people see this 2020 Human Rights Report put together by the American government. No contributions from the civil societies. And that is why when you look at the Human Rights Report of 2020 and you look at the MCC report, there is a disparity, big disparity, because the civil societies that are actually reporting on behalf of Freedom House or the MCC, they're not reporting the factualities of what is actually happening. So let me do this. Now, first of all, let's see Section 1 respect for the integrity of the person, including freedom from killings. In contrast to 2019, there were several reports that the government or its agents committed arbitrary or unlawful killings. And the German government wants to give Sierra Leoneans to this government.
Yeah.
I think the German government will be held responsible. And guys, share this live. Every one of you share. Share. The German government, the lives of these Sierra Leoneans is in your hands.
Yeah.
We will be going to the International Criminal Courts to file those charges because these are crimes against humanity. Because the German government has a responsibility, Cashbox, to verify and do their own research before they can release citizens to go to countries like Sierra Leone.
Yeah. So basically what they're telling us, they do not respect the lives of people, but they respect money. So they're paying for these people to go and die in Sierra Leone.
Right.
Basically, that's what they're telling us.
And the good thing is, I have Comrade Koita.
The slave trade, the slavery continues, Ibrahim. Like
exactly.
These people just want to continue. They do the slavery in a very civilized manner, and we're gonna go after them. It's high time, for God's sake. We've come of age. We need to stand up against these people. We're not gonna let them. I mean, these are our fellow human beings. Forget about them being Sierra Leoneans. They are human beings just like you. You should not send them in the lion's den.
Catchbox, if you guys can see on the screen, I have this write-up from Z. Omar. Very powerful. The protection of refugees is the primary responsibility of the UNHCR. Yeah. Article 1A of the 1951 Convention relating to the status of refugees. Yeah. The German government is a signatory of this convention.
Yeah.
Comrade Koita, who is with us now, is a living witness of persecution from the SLPP government. Why was Comrade Koita locked up at Pademaro prisons? Because he advocated for a young man called Foster, whose democratic right was violated. Foster was recently released, but he spent 2 years in jail.
Yeah.
This is Foster right here.
Of course.
Right. Foster is the reason why Comrade Koita went to jail. Right here. For the German government to see. Whose name is on there? Lai Lawrence Lima. The same minister that is on radio disparaging Sierra Leoneans, calling them criminals because they are living illegally in another man's country.
Yeah.
This is what is actually happening. Lai Lawrence Lima, security guard, shot at Foster, broke his foot. His foot is rotting at this particular point in time. We've been raising money to take care of Foster. Foster just got released after 2 years of illegal detention. He had no business to be in prison. But again, let us look at this. This is the Human Rights Report of 2020. Comrade Koita, you were in jail. You're living testimony to this report. If you can see this on the screen, Comrade Koita, can you go ahead and read this for us?
No, I can't see it on the screen.
Okay. No worries. Let me read this for you guys. Again, section 1. Respect for the integrity of the person, including freedom from arbitrary deprivation of life and other unlawful or politically charged killings. In contrast to 2019, there were several reports that the government or its agents committed arbitrary or unlawful killings. The Independent Police Complaints Board, the IPCB, is the body responsible for investigating police misconduct. The IPCB is an independent